What's up, guys? How's it going? How's everybody doing? Today, I've got an interesting topic for you guys, and I'm very excited for this one. We're going to be talking about how words are energy and how you need to be more aware of what you say and how you say things. So, the reason why I wanted to do this video is because my goal is to, help you be more aware and conscious of the words that you speak and what comes out of your mouth, because fundamentally they're your thoughts, and that is portraying your character. The words you use is the source of your imagination and how you think. Then you project that into words, and then words are energy, and it carries energy and all kinds of stuff. I think it's a very deep topic, and you shouldn't look at words as if it's meaningless or it's just there's really no energy that goes into it. Because, in my opinion, words have such big energy and they can have a major cause on your mood and your understandings of things. So, I want to frame this video into like three ideas. So first, I'm going to tell you how words are energy and its power and what it can do. As the second one, I will do why bother taking words seriously. I'm gonna give you guys some experimental studies that have been done about words and how it can be an energy, and if it's energy, and if it can even change the shape or the form of an object based on what you say to it or the way it forms, just like water and rice. I don't know if you guys heard that experience, but I will get to that. Number two, and then three would be ways to, implement on how to control what you say and how to be more mindful of what you say and how do you say things. So let's get to it. First one, how words are energy, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys have heard this concept of words are energy and you should watch what you say, but I feel like we hear this and we forget about it and we don't really implement this our day-to-day basis. And I'm guilty of it too. I will be the first one to admit that I don't take words seriously as much as I should, but then there are times where I really put emphasis on it and I try to help other people see it this way. But you know, first time I heard this concept that words are energy, I was just like, okay, it makes sense. But then, when I tried to implement this in my life and I saw people not really taking it seriously, I was just like, well, maybe it's just a thing that people say and, it's not that deep. Like, yeah, it can be applied to your life. Like, whatever you say, you will manifest it, whatever, but it's not that deep. It's not that serious. But then I looked into the experiments and what it can do, and I've been more mindful about what's going on in my life based on the things that I say and how I say things and how I bring it to existence. And I saw big changes. Like I've even had experiences as a kid when I went back to my thoughts and kind of remembered what would happen if I would say negative things and how it would affect the outcome. And you can say it's just a coincidence, but in my opinion, it's not. I think we can speak words into existence and we can manifest things through our thoughts and our words. So, the reason why I wanted to start with how words are energy is because I want you guys to understand that how we communicate as human beings is through words. The reason why you're able to understand my message is the simplistic idea of what is coming out of my mouth, the words that I'm speaking, right? And obviously different languages and stuff, it's how you are able to hear that and all that kind of stuff. But the idea is the words. If we don't have words, it will be very hard for us to communicate. We would have to use sign languages. We would have to use some kind of gestures through our hands, or you would have to see my lips moving, whatever. But some of us are able to hear, thank God. So it would be my words coming out of my mouth and you hearing it. And it's the energy that transfers from oneself to another. We are all energy, right? Where energy goes, energy flows. So the energy that I'm speaking these words with, whether that be passionate speaking, negative, positive, scared, we are able to detect this also through the words that we're speaking and what kind of words are we using when we are trying to portray some kind of idea, right? So it's first understanding how words, what words are, how their energy, and just the simple understanding of, is it even energy? So I think I gave you an idea of what words are and how it can be used. Now, I'm going to go straight to number two, and why bother taking words seriously, right? So, in the beginning of the video, I mentioned how if you were to go back to your old experiences or even recent ones and just kind of be mindful on how do you say things and if you're able to bring that into existence, right? Let's say negative thinking. Have you ever had a moment where you said, oh, I'm going to fall right now 100%, or something like, oh, I'm definitely not going to do good at this. Oh, I'm going to fail this test. Oh, I'm going to lose this competition, whatever it may be, or I'm going to lose this game. Oh, there's no way we're winning. Like these type of stuff. And what actually happened is you lost. But then there's the contrary. You've said you would win. You would say you would come out on top. You would say you would win in this. You said you would actually accomplish something, and it actually happened. Now, the realistic side is also the third option, right? You've said you would lose and you would win. You would say you would win and you would lose, right? And this isn't to say that just because you say something, that's how it's going to happen, but more like what you will say is how do you already prepare your mind on how you will do things. And how do you prepare your mind to do things? When you speak it, is how your body will follow. So if I say I will win and my mind hears it, realistically and scientifically, I mean, look this up too. Don't just take my word for it. I could be wrong. But as long as I know, your mind doesn't really know the difference between speaking it at the moment and it really happening. So if you were to tell yourself, I'm scared, it doesn't really know if you're in a state of fearfulness, but your body gets you prepared for it, right? Get the rush of adrenaline, flight or fight mode, and your body reacts to it because your mind already acts as if it happened, right? That's why manifestation works really well. Like if you tell yourself, I'm going to be successful, I'm going to do this and that, your mind already gets prepared for it and you start acting as if you're already that person, right? And obviously, the more you're able to incline into the understanding of that person that you're looking forward to, the more likely you are to become that person faster. And if not faster, you will, act like that person more according to the plan. So the idea is I want you guys to understand that the reason why I'm taking it so slow is because I really want to break down every single aspect of what words can be and how you can bring about existence. So, like I said, if you will tell yourself that I will win, what happens is your mind takes that information, and then your body reacts to it. So your body's already prepared to be that winner because your mind told it that, okay, you have to do what it takes to be a winner, what it takes to win. And then, your mind and your body really work simultaneously together to, reach some kind of results, some kind of success, whatever you may call it, right? A win. So that is why telling yourself positive things more often than not will help you more to want to be a positive person, to win most of the times, to have a positive outlook on things. You know what I mean? Even if you don't win, you told yourself you were going to win. Now you have the mindset to win. And the next thing you go into, you will go with a positive mindset. And this works either in games, either in real life, either in financial situations, whatever it may be. Positive thinking will help you have a good outlook and a positive outlook on even failures, right? When you fail and you had the mindset to win, you already had that positive outlook on what you were going to achieve. So if you fail, you will have this positive outlook on failure. Like I learned something. What can I do better to win next time or do better next time? These are the little things that when you do pay attention to with a positive mindset and with positive words, you will see a significant change. And you can even do this experiment yourself. Um, Now, I wouldn't suggest you to do this constantly, but you know, think about it. Take a moment where you go into something with a mindset that you're going to lose, and you can keep on telling yourself, oh, like, oh, I'm kind of scared of this, or I'm going to fail. Dude, I don't feel good about this. And then what happens is you can reflect on the outcome and the process of you being in that moment of trying to achieve something, and you will see how you're not as confident, you're not sure, you're not focused. But when you tell yourself, I'm focused, I'm going to win, I'm going to learn no matter what, I will be confident, these type of stuff will help you shape the outcome. And this is an experiment that I've also done in my life personally, where I've said positive things to myself and then went into something with a positive mindset, and it turned out pretty good, right? Obviously, there was some things that needed to be worked on, obviously, but then the contrary of thinking, oh, I don't really feel good about this, or I feel nervous, these emotions eventually take over, and then you go in a state of fearfulness, discouragement, not feeling sure about something, and just negative mindset in general. And you're just lost. You're not even focused. Your mind's like a storm. It's not calm. So these are the little things that you need to look out for. And I would really suggest to think deeply about your past experiences, and even in the present, on how you do things. Now, I don't want to have to change the topic into energy and thoughts as much as focusing on the words, even though the words, thoughts, actions kind of tie together. They all happen together sometimes. Like, it might be a situation where you just tell yourself something so quietly, like it still affects something, right? It's still words. But like speaking, when you're around your friends, how do you talk? Do you curse a lot? Do you say bad words? Do you use negative words? Do you say things that is like belittling someone? Is it something that is like portraying negative energy, like, oh, you're a loser, or I'm better than you, like, constantly, you know what I mean? In a way that is trying to bring somebody down, just to bring yourself up. And especially this happens around teenagers who are in the friend group, or around girls trying to impress each other, and trying just saying things without thinking it through, because there might be their friend, very close friend, that needs some kind of encouragement after they fail, but because it feels good to them to show them the dominance of I'm better than you, might hurt that person's feeling, and then that person being insecure will have to do with something that this person pushed onto them. So that's why words are energy. What you tell your friend or what you tell your peers will affect their outlook on things, because you just transferred the energy into them, and then the energy stuck with them, and they reinforced the thoughts saying, I'm not going to be anything. I'm going to be a loser. I can't do this. And then this is like the traumatic experience that, if it's being reinforced many times, not just from their friends, but their parents and stuff, it can have a big effect, like a snowball effect kind of thing. Everything just going together. And then at the end, it's this big negative energy and this big rut that you're in. And it's very hard to get out. Now, this isn't to say you won't, because you have to work towards that, like I did personally. But everybody, a lot of people that I know in my life too, have gone through these type of experiences, and we all had to pull ourselves out of it eventually. But it doesn't change the fact that when you're in there, it is because of those little things that are added up throughout your experiences, especially when you're young and you're being influenced by a lot of people, like your parents, your friends, and all that kind of stuff. You don't really pay attention to this a lot, but that is really where it comes from. Like, who you are is really your environment, your family, your friends, your close peers, the people you hang around with. Like, this is where your personality comes from. I've noticed people who I hang out with, whether that was 2 years ago, whether that's now, I am more like those people. My decisions, whether that be disciplinary decision or that would be a bad habit, would be according to who I hung out with, right? And your personality changes too. That's why you're able to connect with people like you, because the way you think, the way you say things, that's who you are, that's your character. And I really, okay, I'm gonna get to the experiment. I don't want to have to take too much time. So there was this Japanese author called Dr. Emoto, and he did an experiment with water. So the water molecules changed through the words that he spoke to them. So he told like some of the, so he would take like water, right, and then he would say positive things like peace, gratitude, thankful, eternity, like positive things that are very high energy based words. And when he would see that water molecule freezing, he would see how beautiful shapes it would form. Like, I'm probably going to drop some pictures here and you guys will see. And then there was ones where he said bad things like loser, failure, um, you know, bad, evil, like these type of stuff. And you would see it almost had no shape. It was just a bunch of nothing. You know what I mean? But the other ones had this beautiful form to it, like beautiful shapes. You could just see this. And that is the difference between the words. It was the energy that was being transferred to the shapes of those molecules. And another thing, I think this was another Japanese experiment that was done like by a Japanese, and it was the experiment with the rice. So it was one jar of rice, same type of rice, same water, same type of jar. Everything was the same. The only thing that was different was the words it was speaking to for 30 days. And one rice that was talked in a positive way and was told positive things every day throughout the 30 days came out good, still white, thrived kind of thing, but the other one decayed because of the negative words. So, I mean, you can look at this as if it's just the coincidence or some kind of just an experiment or a lie, but look into this yourself. But I really, really believe that this is because the words are energy. It's because the words that were spoken to the specific thing was the energy that was being transferred to that object, and then that object formed and shaped into a thing that would either thrive or go down, right? And I think that's how us humans are. We are energy, and energy does affect us whether we want to say it or not. Like, a lot of the times, even in my friend groups, there are situations where it's like, oh, it's just a joke, or take it easy, dude, it's not that deep. But I think it's very deep, because if you can say something positive, why bother saying anything negative at all? Even though we all obviously are make mistakes on not even, listening to ourselves sometimes, or not even being thoughtful of what we say, I think we should at all times. Obviously, that would be the best standard, but try our best and be very mindful on what we say and how we say things, especially to those that are around us, because it can really affect us. If I tell somebody you're a loser, even if that person has a positive outlook in their life and doesn't really think they're a loser, my words will still transfer as a negative energy into them. Now, how the negative energy will affect you is obviously your choice too, what kind of person you are. Like, obviously, the negative words will not affect me as much as it would used to back then, since I'm more of a positive person, I'm more mindful, and I know who I am, right? It's not like anybody can really tell me who I am necessarily, because I already know myself. It's not going to affect me as much. But the words itself still transfer the same energy into me. Just because I don't see it and I don't feel as much doesn't mean it's not there. Now, like I said, the accumulation of a lot of and big, um, a lot of bad energy and, you know, snowball effect will eventually get to me, right? No matter how positive person I am, it just happens to be so. So I just want you guys to really take that seriously, and share this video with your friends that needs to hear this. Um, like the video, let me know what you guys think about this topic in general, because I really feel like it's an important topic and we should take it more seriously, and we should spread this awareness to more people. Now, the third one, ways to be more mindful what you say in your words, right? I'll try my best not to take too much of your time because it's already been like 20 minutes. But, you know, I would say first, like I said in the beginning of the video, it starts with being conscious of what words are and how it can be an energy. If you have no idea and if you don't understand and you don't want to believe that words are energy, the third step will be very hard for you to even, it will even be hard for you to digest or even understand, comprehend, whatever you may want to say. The idea is first you have to acknowledge that words are energy. You have to understand how it's an energy. You have to understand how it can be affecting other people and even yourself. You have to first acknowledge this. Be aware of these situations, reflecting. That's one. You have to really reflect on your life experiences, do little experiments, tell yourself positive things, tell yourself negative things, see how you react, and then you will see the change, right? Go to your friends, have a conversation with them, see how they react when you tell them something good, see how they react when you tell them something bad. That's energy. Words are energy. It's not just nothing. Because if it was just nothing, then there would be no different reactions. So the reason why there's a different reaction is because there's something to it, something deeper to the words that we're able to understand. Like there are some things that when somebody tells you, you cry, you get emotional. There are some things when somebody tells you, you get so pissed off, you just want to kill them. That type of thing. You know what I mean? Like as bad as it sounds, it's true. We've all went through the experience of being so angry, being so emotional, being so sad, being so overwhelmed, being so motivated too. Like positive things as well, positive and negative, both. So another thing I would suggest is meditation. Feel your body, connect to yourself, like become aware that things around you are energy. You know what I mean? You have to, through meditation, obviously I'm not the person that has meditated for so long, but I know what a meditation feels like. Just sitting down, letting your thoughts be, just, in a peaceful environment, breathing, connecting to your higher being. Prayers, these type of stuff really connect you to your higher self and connecting you to your body and your spirit, your soul, the energy that you can't necessarily see, but you feel it. That would be second. Third one I would suggest is journaling. Sit down and write down your thoughts, write down the feelings. Why are you going through the certain feelings at the moment? And, think hard where it comes from and why is it there. Think about and write down how you can work towards fixing that problem. And sometimes it's not always obviously fixing the problem. Sometimes it is just letting it go and understanding how to use that energy as a positive as a positive strength, so to speak. I remember in my last video I spoke about, let's say, when you're angry or you're scared and using that energy not to necessarily just suppress it or something, but to use that for your advantage by knowing how to transfer the energies, right? So sit down, write down those thoughts, reflect, and meditate on the things that is like energy and why you are being affected by certain things in life, but not as much as by the others because we are all different in our own ways. Our experiences are different. Something that I might not get necessarily angry about, emotional, you will really, really feel those emotions. So it's because of your experiences, maybe what you feel very passionate about that I don't as much. And this comes from your experiences. A lot of the times when people have gone through the experience of, let's say, drugs or alcohol and stuff, and they see how much people struggle with that, they get really emotional because they know what it's like. You know what I mean? I may not, because I haven't gone through that. But the person that has gone through that, overcame that problem, and knows what goes into it, when they see somebody else, that's why they're so passionate about trying to help them. That's the good thing about the world. Our experiences and what we go through, we can really help each other and we can thrive together. in different ways, and we all have something to offer to the world because of our experiences. So, next time you hear something negative from your friends or even yourself, keep reminding yourself that words are energy and take them seriously. Tell your friends positive things. Talk to your friends about positive things rather than negative, because I'm telling you, it will change your perspective, your outlook, and you as a person by being more positive, and you will thrive more together. And I promise you that because I've experienced it, I've gone through it. So I really want you guys to take that seriously. And let me know what you guys think. I really want to know your thoughts and opinions on this. Look, I will drop the link in the description for the studies, all those kinds of stuff. Um, you know, obviously, everything I talked about might not be factually, so to speak, on point, but that's why I want you guys to kind of guide me towards that path of, okay, maybe you were wrong there. And that's why I really would appreciate if you guys can comment below and even DM me, whatever might be. My Instagram and stuff will be here, whatever it may be. And hit that subscribe button, like, share to your friends. Like I said, they might find it useful, and it will also help my YouTube channel to spread out to more people, because I'm really here trying to spread the awareness and really help you guys, and I'm trying to learn from you guys as well. So let's go to our Bible verse for today. It's Proverbs 18:21. The tongue can bring death or life. Those who love to talk will reap the consequences. So this is a very powerful proverb, because words, like I said, the energy of the tongue that can bring death or life is the outlook on the positive and the negative. You may not necessarily name that as death or life, but imagine death as a negative thing, and life as a positive thing. So positive or the negative outlook. And then those who love to talk will reap the consequences. Everybody obviously talks something. Everybody says their opinion. Everybody has their perspective on how things are, how things will be, and how things are going. But at the end of the day, we are all going to get what we talked about, and we're going to reap the consequences. My words have consequences, so do yours. If you say something, right, and it goes that way, you are responsible for that because you said it. You brought that into existence, right? And this isn't to say that everything you will say will be factual or it will come to be, but if it will, it's because you said it. And the only thing is, we just have to be responsible for what we say and what comes out of our mouth, and really watch what we say and not just be speaking mindlessly, because words are energy. Again, it really takes us back to the same idea that words are energy, and I want you guys to really understand that and let that sink in. So check out my friends' YouTube channels. They have really good content. Mike, Alex, and Josh. Check out our podcast where we talk about these type of stuff there too. If you're interested, let us know what you think. Give us any suggestions, what we need to work on, whatever. Join my friend and my friend Mike in my community on Discord, where soon we're going to be coaching people. Mike already does that, so I'll be helping him out too. And it's a free community. Just join. You will see a lot of good ideas there, open discussions, whatever you may feel comfortable talking about. We're there. Share your opinions. Let us know what you think. Um, if you feel like you're going through something that you might need help, that's a perfect place for you to be at. And speak your mind. We'd love to hear you and try to help you, and we would love to learn from you as well. And we have meetings on Thursdays, 4 o'clock there. So hope you can join us and have a conversation. So with that, guys, I want you to remember God loves you. You're not alone, and keep on chasing your dream, whatever it may be. You got the vision for a reason. Just keep going at it, and promise you will thrive. Always remember, words are energy, and be mindful of what you say, what you speak, what you think, and what you do. All right. Have a good one, guys. Until next time. Peace.